Hello, good morning. I'm about to present to you my market research plan from Fressan Catering. So the overview of the company. Fressan Catering is a kosher catering company that serves the Philadelphia market. Fressan offers creative, colorful, unusual food option for kosher, as well as traditional kosher standby. So which are the kosher or what kosher means? Kosher or cat roots is a specific ritual set of rules that applies to a certain set of Judaism in regards to food, drinks, preparation, and consumption. It means that given product is permitted and acceptable. So, Present is providing its customer with a progressive menu offering of kosher catering. Typically, kosher food are bland, traditional, far from innovative ones. So, Fressan Catering is a startup company. It provides Philadelphia with a high-quality kosher catering. Fressan offer creative, gourmet kosher catering for a wide range of events such as wedding, bar, bat mitzvah, and other assorted parties. For years, people that practices kosher were duped into believe that kosher food was stagnant, boring, and unflavorful. So, pressure catering, we've conducted the research and there's like a competitor in the market, and those are the competitors in the market that they have. For the kosher, there's like 4 kosher caterers that serve the lower to middle end. So this caterer competes to some degree on price due to budget constraint of some client, more so on service. The quality of the food and serving of food are main areas of service that caterers compete on. So in the high end caterer who will compete with presence, there is a competitors. So this caterer, while serving upper end market, often does not offer an upper end service. Their business has been declining over the last few years because with knowledge of industry recognize that this company is not a strong competitor because of their overpriced serving offering relatives to service provided. And bullet number 3 will be a competition for the high end from New York City. So when cost is no object, there are many people that are willing to pay the additional cost of bringing in caterer from New York City. The market. So Fressan Catering has 2 distinct target population. They are the middle class kosher client and the upper class kosher client. So this group of people does not have a huge amount of disposal income. Recognize that it's a costly to sponsor a kosher dinner party. And those clients, the middle class, and willing to incur expenses but will try to minimize them. So that's their personality. That's their what do you call this? That's the thing. Think of this middle class kosher regarding the present catering. And this group, the upper class kosher client, this group has intertwined kosher values throughout their lives, and it is willing to spend whatever it takes to throw a high-end kosher dinner function. Typically, this group is characterized by wealthy income family, where the male works and the female does not. The female of the household typically enjoys planning these events. So the target market segmentation will not be significantly different to addresses the 2 groups. Both group, regardless of income, typically belongs to the same group of religious congregation. Therefore, to reach the different group does not require a distinctly different strategy. What differentiation it will require is the different menu offering are needed to satisfy their different groups. The upper end menu items are simply cost prohibited for the middle class target segment. So Jewish community in Philadelphia market are the most targeted group of the present company or the present catering. So our company goals is to increase profitability by 11th month. So through the help of the company Best Chef and great market opportunities, Fressan Catering aims to reach profitability by 11th of month of 11. Market objectives. Our market objectives are continue company's growth. So how to continue company's growth? We need to maintain the positive steady growth each month. Increase in loyal customer. So to increase in loyal customer, experience an increase in a new customer who are turned into a long-term consumer. And minimize unnecessary expenses. I need to decrease the market expense as a percentage of sale. Next slide will be the financial objective. So double the growth rate. So a double-digit growth rate for each future year. Increase profitability margin per event, and reduce the variable operation cost. Can't you see that? During market research, Fressan Catering is a startup company that's why marketing research is important to its success and future profitability. Market research helps to identify potential threats and opportunities, generate alternative courses of action, provides information to enable market managers to evaluate those alternatives, and advises on implementation of the alternatives. So the market research identified needs. So while studying the company, I have identified two things that Fressan Catering needs to focus while doing a market research. And those are, most people make the incorrect assumption that kosher means ordinary, boring, and a quite stagnant food. So the service offered are quite a change relative to existing kosher market. While it is quite stagnant, people that practice kosher were duped into believe that kosher food was stagnant, boring, and unflavorful. So those are the needs that we need to change on thinking for the customer. So the second that we identify the needs is struggling for a brand awareness. Growing market with a significant percentage of the target market is still not aware that Fressan exists. Another problem is that Fressan Catering have a limited marketing budget to develop brand awareness. My rationale for identifying these needs. As a market manager, my goal is to keep my attention to those identified needs while conducting the market research in order to have a conclusion that will certainly create a recommendation that might solve one of the company's biggest problem and to assist Fressan Catering achieving its long-term goal. So market research objective. Based on the identified needs, we came up with the market research objective in accordance to SMART objectives. So to identify consumer brand awareness about various catering services with the Philadelphia market, to describe a consumer preference in choosing catering services for a certain event, and to study the consumer behavior towards food during an event, especially its dietary food. To understand the consumer preference in choosing which catering that they will choose, we will conduct an online survey and share a link to a community that lives in Philadelphia, while observation and focus group will be used to know the consumer behavior towards the food that cater services offered. So those are the methodology that we're gonna use for proposed market research: survey, observation, and focus group. These are the person who are directly interested in company performance and are persistent in achieving the company's goal. So the stakeholder involves the owner, manager, and the staff. Human resources are the person who are directly involved in conducting market research It includes catering staff, research team, statistician, and the budget amount of $20,000, the amount expect to use during the research. This includes the salary and professional fee of research team member, and statistician that other expenses that may arise, such as food expenses in conducting the focus group. So, the proposed market research. This is the assumption and constraint that impact the market research that are limited time and money. Okay. Aside from that, the manager expect to have a successful market research because of the skilled team member and because of the support of the stockholder, particularly the assistance of our catering staff member in gathering the data and statistician to easily analyze data. Proposed market research. Planned expected outcome of a market research. So plan delivers arising from the market research. The researcher will understand how to make the target customer familiarized with the brand. They will identify the customer needs and wants when paying certain value of prices, exchange the product and services. They will understand the consumer behavior towards the food being offered in catering service. And they will and the research expect to create an accurate recommendation that will assist the manager and the marketing team to apply possible solution that company and a current problem. So this is are the risks associated with the market research. Are the instances when the methods for collecting data without any precaution may result to unfully disclosed information and become one of the reasons to produce an irrelevant information. Another risk is the research might produce an irrelevant information. The research may unable to follow the planned time and budgeted costs. For the research team to finish on time, it requires them to be committed to the task and work effectively and efficiently. So our proposed market research timeline and milestone. On May 20, define the problem or opportunities. On May 21, develop the marketing research plan. May 22nd will be gathering of data. So by June 22, analyze data and report findings. And by July 7, put your research into an action. So this is the market research plan that we did for Fressan catering. And that's it. Thank you.